think the Nihil Spellbombs in the main deck are kind of a nod to the expected metagame, which is a lot of blue-black frog is what we were expecting, or what the players were expecting.
And we didn't see all that much on the on the deck list. So it was there's frog out here, but there's not as much as you'd think.
Right. I think it's that typical case of paper metagames tend to develop a little bit more differently than online metagames.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just playing what they have or what they enjoy playing. Whereas like in the online games, I think the card availability is a lot less of an issue, and so people tend to be playing, more optimized, more meta decks at that point.
All right, so we got a Nihil Spellbomb off an island here from Jeff. I think Charlie went first. I think he's fetching into turn here, so I assume he's going to get a Surveil land. Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing. That's the blue-white one. I don't remember the name of that card, but...
Yep. Just going to Surveil one. Look at the top card.
Over here.
Yeah. Maybe decide if he wants to keep it on top, and if not, obviously, just a little bit of card filtering.
Just get that value.
Yeah, really interesting addition to Legacy. I think it's going to add a lot of power, a lot of incidental power to these, already very streamlined fetch dual base lands.
I like that it's variety. It gives you some thought. You have to, really think about what your what land you're actually going to fetch. Whereas when it was duels, you're just getting duels, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, and of course it's a good thing. Kind of puts a little bit less pressure on people to. Go for it. Yeah, a little bit less pressure on people to have fully dual land mana bases. So always good from the mono theory perspective. Charlie's going to go ahead and cast a Green Sun Zenith X equals 1. I've got to imagine this is going to be for some kind of mana dork. Maybe it's a Delighted Halfling. Yep, that's going to be the pickup right here. And he will shuffle back in as part of the resolution. Jeff's going to let this one resolve.
So that's a Delighted Halfling? Okay.
Yeah,
that means that Nadu can't be countered.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So...
Okay.
So Jeff does have quite a bit of removal in this, right?
Right.
He's at least got the murderous cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks like a fatal push. Yeah. Classic, bolt the bird.
Yeah. I saw a
push the halfling, bolt the bird, same difference.
Kind of funny infograph the other day.
And there's Tameo.
Showing things you could do to birds versus frogs.
You
can bolt both of them.
Yeah.
But then you couldn't push a bird for
Yeah, fatal pushing a flying creature never
right.
made much sense.
Doesn't make sense, but
right.
I mean the game will allow it, so it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Can't really plow either.
Yeah. If you can block an Emrakul and kill it with 15 1/1 bird tokens, then we can handle pushing a bird off a cliff.
As Ritual Garfield intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Tameo coming out. Charlie's going to untap, cast a Brainstorm. Looks like he's got the Nadu in hand. Maybe some Nomads on core as well. I see a Force and a blue card, so he is really well positioned at the Nomad.
Good chance he just lays the Nomads here and then tries to cast the Nadu next turn and start triggering. Yeah. And it opens it up to, a bolt on the Nadu, but you're kind of open to that anyway. Mm-hmm. Or a bolt on the Nomads.
Yeah, and I think it might be a good idea to just hang one of these out as a sort of a magnet for removal.
Yeah, he's got the removal. You gotta overwhelm it eventually. Nomads is a pretty key creature, but let's see what he's got. All right.
And I think he knew that Boseiju was there from the Brainstorm.
Okay, yeah, so he just scryed his own Boseiju off.
Yeah.
A little value there. Mm-hmm. All right, Tameo coming in.
Yeah. This card is so good.
Did he try and block it with the Nomads? Not that it matters. His life total doesn't change either way, but
I think it flies.
It flies, yeah.
Yeah.
I made that mistake once.
Okay, Wasteland going to come down, but looks like Jeff not firing it off just quite yet.
I mean, it feels... Well, I don't know what he's got in his hand here. Feels like a Wasteland gone... He's got a Trop. I feel like cutting off the white source and keeping him off 3 mana for Nadu is pretty good value off a waste right now. There's a frog. Yeah, so now you got to tempo it, right? If you can keep him off that Nadu for a turn, which, well, if he has a land, he's not off Nadu for a turn, right? But, okay.
Charlie's afraid of that frog.
So we'll get the force, force the frog. Pitching a Brainstorm.
Classic Legacy.
Mismatched Brainstorms, too. All right. Yeah. There it is, and he's blowing up the...
Yep. The blue-white surveil land.
Blowing up the blue-white land.
Yeah.
The Tundra thing. Yeah.
Meticulous Archive?
Getting in there for one. That might be it. All right. Charlie's got a 17-turn clock coming, so...
Yeah. That's Sylvan Safekeeper.
Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay, so now we can make some But in order to protect his creatures, he's sacking lands and now further off Nadu, right?
Yeah. So really good play by Jeff right here to sense that
That was
weakness,
a
go for the
valuable wasteland, yeah.
Yeah.
Very valuable wasteland.
Charlie does have the blue and the green he's going to need, but he'll need to find another land before he can cast that Nadu. Now it's going to be up to Jeff to put the squeeze on him one way
Is he
or another.
pondering, it looks like?
Some
no.
kind of a fetch land?
What did he cast?
I think some kind of a fetch.
Oh, okay, I thought that was a spell. What did he tap the blue for then? I'm not quite sure what he's doing there. Unless he's floating a blue and...
That's a good question. We'll
Yeah,
find out in just
I
a
don't know.
second. Yeah. Tapping the island.
Not using the mana?
Yeah. Was it a ponder?
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
He just went and got a... Unless he resolved a ponder that I missed. And there's the... Yep. There's the push on the nomads.
Yeah.
He probably resolved a ponder and we missed it, is what
Yeah.
happened, but okay.
Can't protect the nomads with the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah, I
Really
think
need those
you...
land drops at this point.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it right there.
Yeah. Jeff seems to really like his spot right now. Going ahead and cast a ponder. Looking to shuffle up the deck. Maybe find a Force of Will. Some kind of counter magic. Something to stop...
Ah, Lorien Revealed. That's right. Thank you, chat. That's exactly what it was.
That would do
That
it,
was a
yeah.
Lorien Revealed.
Yep. Yeah. He's going to pass the turn right here. The Lighted Halfling going to be a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah, that's mana and a little protection for the
For the Nadu right
for the
there.
Nanu. Yeah.
So it would be really good to get this... oh, there's the Force of Will.
There's a
but
Force of Will, right? Turn too late for that
too
halfling.
Too late.
Yep.
It does
Okay.
look like
Cameo.
Jeff has enough to trigger the Temio this turn, though. So I think I saw it up the Beanstalk right here. Yep, that's
There's
gonna draw
Bean.
the card. That's the second card for the turn, and if he can draw one more card,
Yep.
that's going to give him exactly what he needs.
Now,
to
if he
flip the Temio.
and he has some clues, so if he got a land, which I don't think he does,
Mm-hmm.
that could trigger the Tameo as well.
Yeah, do see a Force of Will. Nile Spellbound would do it as well, but I'm not sure if you want to crack that just yet.
Oh yeah, you can bounce Spellbomb.
Yeah. Spellbound would be card number 3. If he's a cantrip, that'd be card number 3.
There's a lot of ways to get card number 3 here.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's gonna pop it and draw and trigger Tameo.
Yep. Really good stuff. Now gets to, I think he had kept a blue card in hand for the Force of Will. And Tameo is going to start ticking up right here. This is another one of those cards that doesn't look amazing.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard to deal with effectively.
This is one that I thought people were crazy when they said it was going to be good in Legacy, and then I played against it and went, "Oh, okay, I was wrong."
Yeah.
Yep.
But even just being able to flip off of like brainstorms and stuff is
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Charlie gonna go ahead and find a land for the turn, looking to grab. Yeah, that's gonna be a basic plant, and I think it's gonna be Nadu mana right here.
It's probably because I believe I saw Nadu in his hand earlier, right?
I think so as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been stranded since we saw that wasteland, but it's gonna be 6 triggers right there. I wonder if Jeff has any response.
Oh, he doesn't have a Nomads. Oh, he can Sylvan though.
Oh, he does have a nomad. There we go. Yeah, so he does have a nomad.
Oh, there's Nomads. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's gonna eat the Force.
Yeah. Smart. You
Yep.
can fight over that.
Yeah, because you can't counter the Nadu. So.
Right. Oh,
Yep.
and you also get the card back from the beans.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
All right. So he can uncounterable Nadu here and start sacking lands to trigger. Now, does Sylvan Safekeeper give Shroud or Hexproof?
It's gonna give Shroud.
Okay, so you can only do it once per creature then.
Yeah,
I mean,
unless
you only have 3 lands, so it's
Right.
not like
you could stack the triggers without passing priority.
That's true. Yeah.
But I think what he's gonna do is wait until Jeff tries to get rid of Nadu.
Yes, because you get a free trigger.
Right, and then you're gonna try to fight back by sacrificing the lands.
Right.
So, yeah, Jeff knows he's.
You get a free trigger, and then you fizzle the removal trigger.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be Jeff's gonna cast a brainstorm. We're gonna find a Forcible Ponder and a Fatal Push. All pretty good cards, but this setup of Sylvan Safekeeper and Nadu is going to be really tough to get through without getting Charlie some kind of card advantage here.
And those turns are kind of underrated out of the Nadu decks. The ones where you like get some value out of it, but then it dies for whatever reason. But then like, oh well, you killed my combo, but I drew 6 cards, and yeah, I'm just gonna kill you next turn now. It's not too much of a difference.
Right, absolutely. And being able to hang your combo pieces out like this, I think, is also very good. It's going to put a lot of pressure on this Tameo as well. Yeah.
Okay, there's another bean.
From Jeff White.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're kind of in a tough position as Jeff, where you have to try to kill the creatures, but Sylvan Safekeeper protects them, and you don't want your Tameo Planeswalker to die, but You just don't have a way to get.
I
things off the
mean,
board.
yeah, I'd imagine Bant's coming or Nadu's coming for Tamio here.
Flight halfling looks like a Teferi.
What card is that in his hand?
Why is it a bird?
That's Teferi. That's one of the alt art Teferis. Yeah.
But it's a bird.
Yeah, it's from what's the set they had with the cute little critters?
Oh, Bloomburrow.
Bloomburrow, yeah. It's from Bloomburrow. They made alternate critter planeswalkers. I think there's like a fox Jace and stuff. Yeah.
I thought that was like alternate art Nadu.
No, yeah, it's Everdell the Magic set.
That's a good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a good game.
Yeah, it's a fairy right here. I think you gotta fight over this, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What if you don't fight over it? Your force is just dead anyway.
Right, yeah.
So.
And plus the 2 beanstalks right there means you're gonna recoup the cards immediately.
Ooh, wait. It is counterable, right? Delighted Halfling only makes creatures uncounterable, right? So I think he tapped that for colorless. Because otherwise, Jeff just really threw his Force of Will away. Not that it mattered, but...
You can tap the...
what's the chat says? Halfling says you can't... What?
Can't counter? Oh, I think we lost the mouse.
Try clicking. I did it before. As soon as I clicked, then I could do it. There you go.
Halfling says
So you can't fight.
Yeah. So I think, that is going to be an uncounterable to fairy.
Yeah, okay. So it does work on creatures. I thought it was...
Planeswalkers.
Or Planeswalkers, yeah. I thought it was just creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Ouch. So he just tossed the Force into...
You do
Well, I
have-
guess he drew 2 cards, so it's not too much of a throwaway. But
Yeah.
we lost Jeff's life total up there too. It's I think it's 13 based on where the spin down is. So
Yeah. I have a feeling it's not going to matter much, though. This,
yeah, the life total's not all that important.
Jeff's going to need quite a bit to get out of this.
Oh, and they bumped the camera. All right, I'll go straighten that out. It is 13.
Okay. Yep. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah. Charlie's going to crack the fetch, but that's going to be game 1 going to Charlie right here. Jeff just not being able to get through this setup of Nadu, Sylvan Safekeeper, and then the Nomads on Core kind of sealing the deal right there. GD Ward, yeah, the Teferi is a legal target for Force of Will. It can't be countered, so Jeff is allowed to point a Force of Will at it. And he might have done so just to draw 2 cards off of his 2 up the beanstalks. But because it can't be countered, the Force of Will just fizzle. So he is allowed to cast the Force of Will. He is allowed to resolve it. Yeah. Oyster the Pig got it right. The Force of Will is not going to stop it from coming into play. But yeah, in Jeff's case, this is probably the right thing to do, just to cash in Force of Will blue card for 2 new cards off of his.
Yeah, it turns into a thought cast essentially, right? You're just drawing 2 cards. Well, for free, it's better than Thoughtcast.
You're such an optimist.
Yeah. instant speed free Thoughtcast is what he turned that Force into.
Probably not what you want to be doing with your Force of Wills, but when you're kind of behind like that, it's you get the best out of you get the best you can out of your cards, especially since Teferi's going to turn off your Force of Wills going forward. Let's take a look at sideboards. Again, sorry chat. For those of you just tuning into our stream, we're having some issues with the deck list, so we can't put them up on the screen. But we do have them in front of us right here. Take a look at Jeff's list first. What do you think is going to come in?
So, Gravedigger's Cage will stop creatures from coming in from Nadu, right? Creatures can't enter from library, so it'll pause them on top of the library.
Only lands will come in from Nadu.
Right. But it won't come in, it'll stay on top of the library. So if you get another Nadu trigger, it's just going to reveal the same card over and over again. I think that's how that's going to work with Gravedigger's Cage.
So Gravedigger's Cage is creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield.
Right. So it doesn't exile it. It just leaves it on top of your library.
I think it'll still go to his hand. Because Nadu...
Oh, right. It goes to the hand, not into play. Okay.
So
I messed that up.
If Nadu reveals a land, it'll come into play.
Lands come into play.
We'll stop Dryad Arbors.
It will stop. It will stop Dryad
We'll stop Dryad Arbors.
Yeah.
We got that going for us.
It will.
Carpet of Flowers, maybe another good one.
It gives you a little bit of mana. Yeah, they're playing blue. Consign to Memory can stop triggers, but I feel like countering one of his Nadu triggers is not valuable. Deed feels pretty solid.
Deed feels good. I would say the Bowmasters as well.
Well, they don't draw. They go to hand. They don't draw.
Oh, sure. I just meant.
But he does have brainstorms and
exactly against other blue decks and against 1 toughness creatures.
Now, what about Harbinger of the Seas? Is that?
Huh.
He is playing a fairly mana hungry deck with a lot of a lot of duels. He does have Halfling, though. That limits its value a little bit.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Harbinger, I think, could come in.
Yeah.
I'm just not super excited, not super
Sure what
jazzed
you want
about
to
this
cut.
sideboard
Yeah.
right here.
You want to cut Nile Spellbomb, probably.
Probably not the matchup for it.
What else? Hover Witherbloom Command. Does that do anything here? You can kill a Nomad's Encore. I don't see much other value from Witherbloom Command, so maybe you leave that or you cut that as well.
So Jeff really looks like he's set up for the Frog Mirror right here, but maybe not so much for the Bant Nadu matchup. Charlie, on the other hand,
we're getting into game 2.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Cut a Charlie. Yeah, I don't see too much. I'm not seeing too much that does a lot against in either of these sideboards right here. So
Right.
maybe you just like bring in a Flusterstorm and a Force Negation or something to like, but those don't feel great either.
As the winner of game 1, Char's got to love his chances, though.
Yeah.
Strong proactive game plan in this Bant Nadu deck. There's a reason why it was banned in Modern. But yeah,
You want to get
looks
game
like
2.
Jeff is going to went for the Surveil land.
Looked like a Hedge Maze, yeah.
Hedge Maze, and then surveilled the Grafdigger's Cage into the graveyard.
That's interesting.
Yeah, right. To bring it in and then immediately surveil it away.
Yeah.
He might be looking for more lands at this point, right? Because he did lose game 1.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he lost game 1, he's maybe missing a land drop.
Could be. Yeah.
And that might be why he put it into the graveyard.
All right, and I can't quite see what... Oh, is that a Tameo over there from Charlie?
I think it's a Ponder.
Oh, that's a Ponder.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's that Ponder. Okay.
So Ponder's going to come out. Yeah, not looking good for Jeff. If he was indeed on the play, this is going to be really tough for him.
And is he about to pass the turn with no land drop? I'm not
he's
sure.
counting the number of cards in hand. Does have a Force of Will, but...
Nope, okay. This... I suppose this is a land.
Yeah, I hope this is a land. Not discard for turn.
Oh yeah. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yeah, you hate to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie, in the meanwhile, looks like he's got a good mana base setup right here. I gotta imagine the first thing he casts is going to get Force of Willed right here. Oh, maybe not the Brainstorm, but if any combo piece comes down, Jeff doesn't want to be discarding to hand size anymore. There's no reason to hold on to these cards. And really, he's got no hope of winning this if he doesn't draw another land, so might as well do his best to slow down Charlie. Brainstorm's going to resolve to go back. Has the Misty Rainforest for the perfect Brainstorm, so to speak. And does have more lands in hand. I think he's looking to... It's going to be a Green Sun for 0? So there's a Dryad Arbor in the deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There's Dryad Arbor in this deck.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were serious. Yeah, he probably has a Dryad Arbor.
I mean...
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's wishing he had that Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah.
Woo, would have got him.
This is tough, right?
Yeah.
Mortgage Spellmaster's Grafdigger's Cage in the graveyard.
Yep.
Opponent wants to put a Dryad Arbor into play. It's got to feel bad.
Yeah.
Charlie just off to the races right here. Up to 4 mana now. Jeff is going to
There's
play
Tameo.
a Tameo, yeah. Now,
Okay, now he's got to rip Brainstorm off the top and get Tameo ticking.
Right, definitely. Yeah, I mean, the longer this goes on, Jeff not finding a second land is going to be really tough, especially after losing game 1 right here. Charlie's going to untap, sacrifice that Misty Rainforest, or excuse me, going to sacrifice Misty Rainforest end of turn, grabbing a Tundra.
And Swords Tameo.
Launchers.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh, gain 0 life. You don't even get your life out of it.
That's incredible value right there.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's going to go and untap. I do see a Nomad's Encore in hand, a Sylvan Safekeeper.
Not that your life matters in this matchup that much. Yeah.
No Nadu to speak of, but maybe there's there is a Green Sun Zenith right there, so.
Green Suns for 3.
This might be...
I have a prediction.
You have a prediction?
Yeah, it's probably Nadu.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Dazen!
That's incredible.
Actually, Nadu might be kind of a weird grab right here, but I don't know. Well, if he's got Nomads in hand, it gets pretty good. But
oh, yeah. But I mean, the not running the land out before playing the Green Sun Zenith means that Jeff is not only going to get to daze the Green Sun Zenith, which would convert to Nadu, but also pick up his Hedge Maze, give him one more Surveil trigger, dig up 1 card deeper for that land if he wants to play it next turn.
Yeah, I'm guessing Jeff's going to make his land drop next turn, I think.
Hope so.
Yep. I'd be concerned if he didn't.
Yeah. Charlie thinking about what he wants to grab right here. Might be time to stop playing around Wastelands. if your opponent had one, they'd probably play it right
Yeah,
now.
I think you can play around Wasteland safely at this point.
Yeah, maybe no need to let that go. And he's going to go and run out of Nomads on core right
There's
here.
Nomad.
Jeff not choosing to fight over it. Still has that Force of Will in hand, and I do believe he's got a blue card to go with it, but
Well,
Nomad's on
right
core.
into the bin.
Yeah. As far behind as he is, he just can't
This is
afford to fight over
painful
that.
to watch.
Yeah.
It's never fun.
Yeah.
And that looks like a green sun. You got to fight over this.
Yep.
So there comes the Force.
Now, see if Charlie has something to fight back with.
Doesn't look it. All right. And that's a Sylvan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's got some beats.
Nomad's going to come in for
Even
one
it,
right
he might be able to beat him with the creatures here and not.
Yeah.
Even man, Jeff, dude, I'm sorry, buddy.
Having a day.
Yep.
Yeah, really unfortunate right here. Looks like Charlie's going to tap 3. I don't think it's a Nadu, maybe another Uro, or maybe a first Uro right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And this is, yeah,
Man.
from bad to worse.
Yeah, this is like a snuff film now.
Uro going to draw the card. I do see a land in his hand, so that's probably going to come into play.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There goes the
Uro.
land.
Yep, going to go to graveyard. Is that a Swords to Plowshares in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie gonna
This
swing
is
in
going
for-
from bad to worse.
Yeah, swinging for 3 right here. Jeff does find the...
Is that a land?
Verdant Catacomb.
All right, come on.
Yeah. And I don't love his position, but at the same time, Charlie's not putting a
Never
lot
know,
of pressure
man.
on him.
I mean, look, maybe he plays Beans here, draws a card, finds another land, and then he deeds next turn. All of a sudden, this game is
right.
back to neutral.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Yeah, I mean, that Nadu is really the thing that
Yeah.
turbocharges the stack, but without it, it's just going to be Charlie swinging
Yeah.
in with a trio of 1-power creatures.
All right. Yeah. Is that Witherbloom?
That is Witherbloom command.
Okay. Oh, and he's going to bring a fetch land back to his hand.
It's really...
Damn. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Jeff's back in the game a little.
Yeah. Charlie maybe
He's gonna sack a land to
sacrifice the
save
land.
that, and that's okay. He's
Yeah.
fine with that, right?
Prevent the Sylvan Safekeeper from doing his thing. Yep, 3
Yeah, there
cards
we
to the
go. We got a
graveyard.
land back.
Could have grabbed that fetch land back. Yeah, Jeff doing what he can to stay in this game.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
think it's 44 players in the tournament today, Mr. Chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 more. We got Jeff's down to 11. Charlie's up at 21. He's got a Nadu coming, or not Nadu, big guy, Uro. Uro's probably coming back this turn. Oh, there's this. Yeah, he's figuring out his exile.
Yeah. Really wants to find a... I would say he really wants to... Jeff really wants to find a way to get this Uro off the board. It's probably just deed or bust at this
I
point.
mean, yeah, Deed's probably got to be your line here, right?
Yeah. Because no spot removal is going to work on the Uro. Sylvan Safekeeper is going to protect it. Yeah, I mean... We never saw Nadu this game, and you kind of see what this deck does. It's just a strong,
Yeah.
mid-range Bant deck.
Yeah, and even if you blow up Uro, I mean, you just fed the graveyard too, and he's just going to bring it back. But
Right.
I'd rather be facing down Uro than Uro and Sylvan Safekeeper and Nomads and
Right.
Dryad Arbor. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
Jeff's
right.
at 11.
Winkster. Card is still good. Who knew?
Okay, yeah. There's a bean.
Let's get that in.
Oh yeah, I'll delete those life totals.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
those life totals off.
Yeah.
Jeff gonna maybe cast another Beanstalk right here. We're looking to get his 3rd land now. Yeah. 3. And what are we looking for?
Okay.
Oh, Murderous Cut.
Murderous Cut. I assume this just means sacrifice a land,
Right.
but sure, make him sack a land. That does mean that if he blows up Uro, say, then now we can't cast it, right?
Right, yeah.
So
Fighting the good
There's some-
fight right here. Murderous Cut.
he's gonna let Uro go. Okay.
That's really
You know what? I think that's probably right.
You think so?
Yeah. You just keep the mana. It's not like the Uros. I mean, the Uro's clocking him a little bit, but it's not critical to this, and you don't want to end up a point where it all blows up. It's good. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The Uro going to the graveyard is maybe not the end of the world, but I do think this, with that Carpet of Flowers, not sure if he had it before, but if Charlie had the Carpet of Flowers in hand, I'd be
Yeah, then
inclined to
maybe
give up the
then
lands.
you lose Uro, right?
Yeah, yeah, but he's going to cast it right here. Doesn't have enough cards in the graveyard to power this out now. And maybe just getting in with, getting in with the trio of nerds right here. Dryad Arbor, Nomad's Encore, Sylvan Safekeeper.
You know what this reminds me of is when Allurin decks don't get the Allurin, and then they're like beating you to death with a parasitic Strix or something.
I thought you were going to say this reminds you of the Three Stooges, but yeah, that too.
Well, Sean once beat me all the way down with a Noble Hierarch when I was, killing all his infect creatures, and he just kept attacking with Noble.
Do you guys know this card gets under Ensnaring Bridge? It's pretty good.
You attack under and attack, and then you invigorate it a couple times,
trigger?
and you just smack him for 20.
So good, yeah.
20 damage.
Charlie going to swing in for 3 right here, or maybe changing his mind, wanting to hold the Dryad Arbor back. Yeah, so coming in for 2 right here, or maybe casting something. Yeah, can't quite make it out. A handful of removal right here, which might be tough for Jeff if he wants to resolve anything. But
I can't get it open.
This Prismatic Ending coming out. Yeah, Charlie just so far ahead. This never feels good to use removal on the Up the Beanstalk, but Jeff might have to fight back over this, especially since he's kind of low on...
Is that a Prismatic Ending? Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow, Jeff choosing not to fight over it. Forcible would have ended the card back. But,
I feel like that's interesting. I mean, I guess you're just trying to keep Nadu off the table to give yourself a line. He's got to be just playing for Deed, right? That's.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that's really interesting. A lot of patience on the side of Jeff right here, even though he's so far behind.
Well, he's got another Beans too.
Yeah, another Up the Beanstalk, right?
We'll bean it.
Turns out that card is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. And a Wasteland coming out. Oh, this might be.
I think you keep the weight. I don't think you waste. He's got a carpet of flowers. That doesn't.
Right, exactly. The Wasteland's maybe just not as good as.
And remember, you want to be deedsing. So I feel like that's his real line here.
Yeah. No, definitely. Need to stock up some mana. Being able to play and cast the Deed in the same turn would be huge, but we'll see if he can come up with it. That's going to be. Looks like he's going to pass the turn. Charlie deciding if he wants to. What is that over there?
Not sure what he's
Swords
got.
to Plowshares.
It's nothing to swords, so I don't see what else.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't tell what's in his hand.
My number 4, 30 time. Thanks.
Gracias.
Thank you, man.
All right, adding some. He's gonna get 3 mana out of that, right? Hedge Mage is an island, so yep.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Force of Vigor? Oh.
Oh, yeah, wrong card. Yeah.
He does have the Force of Vigor. Probably not going to cast it on the Up the Beanstalk.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Kill the bean. But yeah, looks like he's going to Green Sun. So this is going to get,
Yeah. Jeff.
Okay, so we probably hung on to the Baleful Strix last turn rather than... Well, okay, he couldn't have played it because he didn't have the mana.
Yeah, Jeff fully understanding this matchup, doing everything he can to keep the Nadu off the board. Really smart play, really great patience to not fight over anything other than those Green Sun Zeniths and those Nadus. But yeah, this is sort of why these decks are so good, is even though they're trying to execute an unfair plan, they can kind of keep swinging in with creatures, doing some chip damage. Jeff already at 7 health right here. Charlie can swing in for 3, plus another 3.
So he's got 2 turns.
Yeah.
And then now he's got 1.
Right.
Yeah.
You can play this unfair game at the same time.
Yep.
Just kind of churning out arrows.
And now I think if he tries to kill your Uro, you protect it with Sylvan, because now that's a time walk too.
Cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Letting this one go.
So I'm not quite sure what outs Jeff has at this point, because I don't think he has a true sweeper. I think he just has Deed. So unless his fight is, or his out is to fight over this Uro, which it looks like he's probably doing.
Right. Definitely needs to fight over this Uro. Once it hits the board, it's just so sick. Oh my god.
Okay, Daze. Wow,
No,
he dazed him
he
with a
dazed
carpet, and yeah. Charlie had 8 mana that turn and got dazed. Damn.
This is so
okay.
well. I mean,
all right.
This is so well played by Jeff. It's incredible that he is still fighting the good fight after.
If he comes back after missing those like 4 land drops early or something, he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so is he? This looks like a murderous cut.
Right.
I mean, that's really just read sacrifice a land, right? But if you can make him sacrifice a land, make him sacrifice a land.
Absolutely. Every life point counts at this point, so just start pointing stuff at the Sylvan Safekeeper. I mean, this is really tough, but I mean, yeah, as you said,
Charlie, you easy sack a land here, right?
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
especially when you got the carpet of flowers. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
So I think I keep my island just because I'm worried about the possibility of Harbinger of the Seas.
Oh, do you think that's on Charlie's radar?
You know, I wouldn't criticize him if it wasn't on his radar, because that's. I mean, it's easy for us because we read the deck lists, but
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's what he's doing though. He's keeping the island. Yep, heads up play there, I think.
Yeah. Jeff gonna draw a card off the beanstalk, and
Oh yeah, that's a cycle too.
yeah,
Sack a land cycle.
really doing a great job, just hanging in there, despite missing
Right.
drops like 2, 3, 4, 5
Yep.
turns in the beginning.
He's just hanging around. He's
crazy.
been on the back foot the whole time, but
Yeah.
he's still alive.
And this is going to be incredible if he manages to pull this one off. But I think he just drew a dress. What is that? Lorien revealed?
Oh, Lorien revealed.
Lorien
Okay.
revealed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw Dress Down in his list. Dress Down would be interesting though, because then you can kill the Sylvan, right?
Right. Yeah. And I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, he's up to his 4th land right here. Probably needs to. I mean, he bought himself a little bit of time just by stopping that Uro from coming back
Yeah.
into play. But
And if you look at Charlie's graveyard, he can't escape Uro next turn because he doesn't have enough cards in his graveyard to do it.
right. I think you see an Orcish Bowmasters. That would be very good right here on the board. For
Yeah.
ones.
Let's make him sack another land or lose
Yeah.
the Sylvan, and then you have some blockers. So yeah, Bowmaster's really strong here.
Yeah. And this is crazy. Every land sacrifice represents one removal spell, but we're really seeing the power of beans in action, you know?
Oh yeah, Wasteland the Dryad Arbor. That's where you use that Wasteland. Yeah. Huh. Nice. Okay, and he's gonna let it go.
Interesting.
You know what he should have done is sacrifice the Dryad Arbor to give the Dryad Arbor Shroud. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have done it anyway. Yeah, just rub it in. Now I'm gonna sacrifice it to Sylvan.
So
Screw your Wasteland.
my question is, do you sacrifice a land to protect the Dryad Arbor?
Maybe. Yeah, I kind of think I would have sacrificed one of the other lands to protect it. Okay, he's
Yeah.
gonna let the Nomads go too. Is he? He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's letting the Nomads go.
Probably just wants to get this Uro into play.
Oh, it is building him toward Uro.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think I would have been sacking lands with that. But at some point, you got to be like, well, I'm not just going to rely on Carpet of Flowers and only Carpet of Flowers.
Right, yeah.
But he's down to 5 mana now rather than 2, because that's a Verdant Catacombs over on Jeff's side.
Yeah, this is getting really dicey. I thought we were going to have a blowout on our hands, but Jeff is playing this so incredibly well. Really, really cannot overemphasize how much patience he showed in those early turns. Not having any lands available and knowing exactly when to pick his spots. That daze being
it was
able
very
to
well
snipe
played.
The Uro on the return.
At one point, I called this game a snuff film, and it seems to have turned around quite a bit for Jeff.
That's another really good one right there. I mean, again, that feeling of having to use the removal on up the beanstalk. It's already gotten its value. It's already drawn its cards. So using a prismatic ending or force of vigor on
Right,
it.
it's an easy 2-for-1. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be huge.
He can block. Yeah, you
Exactly,
can't
he
protect
can
it with the
And so this is interesting. As Charlie, do you even? Presumably, Jeff is going to ping the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah, but if you give it Shroud,
then you can block. You can stop the ping.
then he just chumps it with the not even chumps. He just trades with the 1/1.
So
Yeah.
I think you just let the Sylvan Safekeeper die and give Jeff an extra 1/1, right?
I think so.
Right.
I don't think the 1/1. You're at 24 life. I don't think that 1/1's what you're worried about.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But wow, that really eliminates his protection.
Yeah. Really, really great stuff right here. I mean, yeah. So this trigger's going to resolve. Looks like Jeff is going upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine too.
Yeah, Woodrow, he's got a Carpet of Flowers there too, so I don't think he even needs to. Oh wait, because he needs the card in the library graveyard, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Sylvan's gonna die too, so he can definitely do Uro again next turn.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. Decides to go upstairs with the 1 point of damage instead of at the Sylvan Safekeeper. I think he maybe could have forced him to sacrifice another land, but
I think I would have gone after the Safekeeper there, but
is he maybe trying
has a
to
plan.
prevent the Uro from getting more fuel? I feel like that's not what's going on here. Yeah. Charlie may be thinking a little bit about this one. I can't imagine.
He's pushing forward that. Yeah. You got to block here.
And then I do.
That's an easy trade. Oh yeah, swords.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, someone in chat said he gave the Safekeeper Shroud by sacking the Arbor earlier. That makes sense.
Was that this turn? I thought that was the previous turn.
No, yeah, he wastelanded the Arbor earlier this turn. I think. That sounds right to me. So thanks, Adam.
Okay.
Yep, that makes sense why he'd go upstairs then.
Yeah. All right. In any case, Charlie does have that Swords of Plowshares to keep his Sylvan Safekeeper alive. As Jeff, do you offer the double block?
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Do you want a double block instead of? I mean, it's too late now, but
Yeah, maybe this is just enough for you though, to get the Swords of Plowshares out of Charlie's hand.
yeah, that's
And I did see a frog in that Brainstorm. Jeff gonna cast a Brainstorm right here.
frog time.
It's frogging time, baby.
We frogging.
Yeah. Opting to put one card back. Looks like an Underground Sea. Yeah, maybe a second one. You do see a Wasteland. Sort of a precarious game. You don't want to put too many cards in the graveyard.
The other reason why, if you say that Sylvan Safekeeper didn't have Shroud, if you target it with the ping, and he sacks a land, and gives it Shroud, the trigger fizzles and you don't get your army.
Oh, that's a
So
really
that's the other reason, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodrow, I'm with you. I can't believe this game is still
This
going
is
on either.
nuts
This
right
is
here. Yeah.
Jeff has mounted an amazing comeback here, so kudos to him on this.
Playing super well. Gonna drop a Wasteland, then a Psychic Frog. Opting to not use the Wasteland right here. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gonna draw a Forcible for the turn, and then I have to imagine it's Uro time again. Yeah, is that a Grafdigger's Cage?
God,
Can't be.
he's got. I can't imagine Charlie's running a Grafdigger's Cage, right?
Right, yeah. For the Bureau,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I actually once registered a Grafdigger's Cage in my Oath of Druids list in Vintage to hate against Dredge.
Oh, boy.
And then I went to sideboard and went, what the fuck did I just do? And yeah, that's no fun.
I can confidently say I've never played Malira in Infect.
Yeah, no, that's smart. Yeah.
I did try Humility once.
Yeah.
That wasn't very good.
Humility doesn't sound very good.
Well, because you know, the bots can still. They can still
Oh,
activate,
okay,
right?
yeah, fair
And I
enough.
was
Yeah.
like, yeah, maybe in some matchups I just care about those. And it's like, no. I think those around the time
Yeah.
when Drowsy got really good. That was it was tough for a while.
Well, Sean and I had many Sneak and Show versus Infect matchups back in the day.
This
And I
is
have
true.
to say, if I had Show and Tell against you while you were playing Infect and you put in Humility, I would have been shocked. You would have gotten a crisp high five for that one.
Oh my goodness. Swords of Plash is going to go after the Orchestra
Okay,
Master.
we're grabbing the Bowmaster.
Interesting
Yep.
to not go after the Frog. I think he's just trying to close out this game as soon as possible. Might need to.
And well, because I assume he's going to Uro at some point here, and he
Right.
probably doesn't want the ping to go off and make another blocker. And
Yeah. I guess he wants to keep his Sylvan Safekeeper alive,
Yeah.
not give Jeff more options to keep killing
Yep.
the Sylvan Safekeeper. It looks like Charlie down to 2 cards. Obviously, the Sylvan Safekeeper
Uro triggers the
combination
Bowmaster. Yep.
is really potent, but if Jeff can get this Uro off the board one more time, I think he might
might
actually,
have ran him out of permanence at that point. But yeah,
he might have just taken the wheel from Charlie, just
How
got back in
many-
the driver's seat.
how many cards does Jeff have in hand here? Oh, and there's a Delighted Halfling as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, Beanstalk reads you have no minimum hand limit or whatever.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
can't
you
run out
just
of cards,
you just
basically.
always have 10 cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna draw 3. I mean, he can like discard some cards to throw the frog in front of
I was gonna say
Uro.
we're getting pretty close to just massive frog right here.
Yeah.
Force of Will plus that's gonna be a Brainstorm blue card.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here comes Uro. He's gonna get a trigger.
Yeah.
3. He's up to 26 now, I think.
Right. As Jeff, I
Yep.
think you have to block the Uro right here.
Yep.
You're at less than 6 health.
Now
Yeah.
you're
so-
down to 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the Force of
You
Will in
need.
hands.
If he drew land and deed, that's his out, right?
Right, but Charlie does have the Force of Will plus
Okay.
Brainstorm in
Yeah.
hand,
So you'd need land, deed, force, blue card in your. Yeah. Maybe he's got it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Now that line's shut off because he can't get the mana. So I'm wondering. Well, you know what? He could ponder find another chump for Uro and do it that way. But see.
But yeah, this
Well,
is gonna
shit,
be
Charlie doesn't even need the blue card. He can hard cast Force of Will right now.
right.
Although, do you? If you're him, do you or do you pitch? I think I pitch so you don't run into days.
Second time.
Man,
in
that
one
would
game.
be painful.
Yeah, that would be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lane coming down from Jeff. Maybe a Murktide?
Oh, Murktide. Yeah, Murktide could be bigger than Uro too.
Yeah, and then it would probably need a Force of Will, so he might have
Yep.
to.
Although if you say you play Murktide, Charlie just swings. You're going to have to block Uro and then go to 1.
Yeah.
And now he's going to have 2 1-power creatures coming at you the next turn. So, like, he'd still need more. Not that finding any blocker to block a 1/1 is, like, the most difficult proposition in the world, but...
Right. Well, there's
because
two.
Delighted Halfling is a 1...
It's a 1/2.
1/2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's a Squire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's probably doing this first so that he can exile it to play that Murktide. Because there's a Murktide in his hand, right? I thought I saw one too. And you mentioned it as well?
I know he has some in the deck list, but...
Okay. I thought I saw one in his hand, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and that's interesting. So...
There's the Murktide, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think he's going to run straight into the Force of Will. Can't imagine Charlie doesn't fight over this. He's right at the finish line. Just needs to cross it next turn. 5 cards exiled. Murktide's
5 cards. That's a 7/7 Murktide. That's
yeah.
pretty key number right now. There's the Force.
Yeah. And does Jeff have it? I don't think so.
And there it is. Oh,
that was incredible.
Jeff, you fought nobly.
Right. 2-0 for Charlie right there, but man, what a game.
That was a great game.
Yeah.